Good morning, students. Welcome to your social studies class. I hope you all students are doing well at your home. So, students, today we are going to start our first chapter of history. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about the medieval period of India, in which we came to know about the different concepts, about the different rulers, different dynasties which were found in the medieval period of history. I hope you all will understand this session. Make sure that your concept will be cleared very efficiently. So students, now we will discuss about the medieval period in detail. As when we came to know about the different concepts, we use different elements for studying the history like coins, architecture, inscriptions, manuscripts. All these things help us to know about the history. So when we talk about the history, we have divided the history into three parts. First part, ancient, second, medieval, and third, modern. So these are basically the three periods in which history is divided. And then what does the word medieval mean in history? Medieval stand for something that is located in the middle. That means the history that we are going to study in this class is the middle period of history, which lies between ancient period and modern period, right? So how we can say that we are discussing about the medieval period or middle period, when the historians find out that there were certain changes which are, they found the changes in social, political and economic structure of the economy, then ideas, faiths and belief of the people. They thought that this was the beginning of medieval period, and it was discovered that medieval period starts from 8th century to 18th century, or this period lies between 700 AD to 1750 AD. So the gap between the medieval period is 1000 years. So the medieval period starts from 8th century because the changes were visible. The changes were in society, in political life, in economic life, in the faith and in the beliefs of the people. So that's why the historians have divided the medieval period for their convenience in two parts. First part is known as early medieval period and the second is known as late medieval period. So in early medieval period, there was the rules of Palas, Paritaharas, Rashtrakutas and Cholas and Rajputs as well. And when we talk about the late medieval period, in late medieval period, this lies from 13th century to 18th century. That means the time gap was 1200 AD to 1750 AD. And during this there was rule of Turk, Afghans and Mughals. So in early medieval and late medieval there were rules of different type of tribes. As we need to know certain important facts before we set out on our journey. First, our country was called by different names during different period of history. In ancient time, our country was known by the name of Jambudvipa, then Bharatvarsh. The Puran referred to Bharatvarsh as the country that was ruled by a tribe which is known as Bharat. The name Bharatvarsh is also mentioned in Rig Veda. India was also known as the land of people who lived along the river Sindhu. So that's why the Persians have given the name, and they also have mentioned the name in their sacred book which is known as Jandavasta. They talked about Sapt Sindhu or the land of seven river when it refers to the Indian subcontinent. As we know that different languages have different pronunciation, so as the pronunciation differ from one region to another, so the old Persian language pronounced Sanskrit word Sindhu as Hindu. The word Hindu in French pronunciation became Inde, and in English it became India. So that's why we need to thank people of different nationalities for giving our country so many names. Then another important fact is that our country during the medieval era had different geographical description. In the early medieval period, the name meant the land that was situated between the Indus and five tributaries, and also the land between the Ganga and Yamuna. For example, the name Hindustan, which was used in the 13th century, that name was given by Minhaj-e-Suraj. Then he referred that Hindustan is consist of Punjab, Haryana, and the fertile land between river Ganga and Yamuna. Then, according to him, these areas lies in Hindustan. But later on, Babur, who was the founder of Mughal Empire, he stepped ahead to include the geography, culture, and natural vegetation of subcontinent to explain Hindustan. It was only in 19th century that during British Raj, Hindustan with its territorial boundaries become identical with India. Post independence, the end of British Raj, the partition take place. So students, this was all about the introduction session of your chapter number 1 history, in which we came to know about the different medieval period and the rulers. Then we came to know about the Britishers who try to make control on our country, and when the partition take place, India gets its present territorial boundaries. Thank you students, and have a nice day.